Today we're going to be looking at two different ways to use mica powder and also answer the question, what the heck is that mould? These are some of the moulds that come in the subscription boxes from Resin Molds Express. And yeah, Easter themed. Yeah, I'll spoil the mystery. You can probably tell anyway. That is actually a little bunny puzzle. And this is a really cute Easter bunny plaque. The two ways we're going to look at for using the mica powder are, one, we'll be mixing it in with the resin, as we probably do a lot, and combining it with flowers and just making this very, very cutesy. And this one will kind of be answering the question, is it only chameleon powders that you can brush into a mould, or can you do it with mica powders too? So, here we go. We've got Kermit here ready to supervise. Let's get stuck in. 2 for 1. How's that grab you? Let's do the puzzle first. And I'm just mixing up clear. We're not going to need much, are we? And the first little job will be to put some of the pink I've got, which is called Bunny Tail. It's a beautiful, cutesy little pinky mica powder. And it's from Create and Bloom. I will put your links for everything down in the video description, by the way, below. Just click on where it says more. You'll find lots of useful links. And where I've got discount codes, for example, for the resin, you will find those down in the video description as well. The resin I'm using is High Gloss from Apex. It's a good all-rounder. I have got shallow pore resins that'll be quicker and so on, but this is just such a nice, easy to use all-rounder, very reliable, degasses really fast on its own. While I'm just mixing this up, I'll explain to you a bit more about this video. It's part of the Easter collaboration, and that is being organised by some of the team at Crafty YouTubers United, which is a support group for smaller, newer YouTubers. Now, anybody is always welcome to join in with these collaborations. You do not have to be part of that group, unless you want to be, of course. Everybody's welcome. So all you'd have to do is get in touch if you want to join in with these collaborations. But what happens is you get a whole load of wonderful crafters string together a mass of videos, and then you can binge watch. It's the most awesome afternoon's entertainment, or a whole day's worth. It depends how many we get, to be honest. Sometimes we've had up to 70, I think is our best. 70 artists, 70 videos, all great different ideas on whatever the theme of that particular collaboration is. So I'll put you the link in the video description. I'll also put it at the end of the video for you, so that you can go and enjoy a darn good binge watch. We do these regularly throughout the year, so enjoy. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the pink at the bottom, and we'll just see how far it goes, because I only mixed up so much in this cup. What I'm then going to do is put a clear at the top. And as you can see, I've just mixed the mica powder into the resin, just like you normally would when you use mica powder in resin. Nothing fancy, just keeping it simple. It's a beautiful, delicate colour. I thought pink bunnies, Easter, got to be done. And I'm getting this one done first because it can be curing while we do the other mate. And what I'm going to be doing next is putting some clear in at the top, and then I've got some cute little flowers and things to put in, just from nail art. Very cheap. Got a feeling they were from AliExpress or somewhere like that. But they will do the job very nicely. So there's our pink. We're now going to grab ourselves a clean pot, mix up some clear. What I've done here is just mixed up a small amount, because I'm going to pour it across the top where it's empty currently. We're going to put some flowers in, and then I'll top it up. A little bit of information on the suppliers, the main stuff I'm using here, by the way. The Moulds Express do like subscription boxes that have a load of goodies in. I'll put you a link as well to the video where I unbox a couple of these boxes and show you them, so that you can see what that's all about. The colours are from Create and Bloom. They are hand designed, handmade, hand mixed, hand packaged and everything by Create and Bloom, who is a lovely lady based in the Cotswolds in Britain. And finally, the resin is from Apex, another lovely British firm. It's a little family business. Two sisters run it, called Nicola and Laura. And again, manufactured everything in the UK by Apex Resin. So neither of these firms are just retailers. Resin Molds Express are, and I believe they're based in China. But the materials are from UK-based firms, actually products actually made in the UK. They're not just retailers. They actually design and manufacture. There you go, a little bit of insight for you. Thought you might like that while I pour this in. Going to mix up a little bit more so that I can carry on and do the rest the same. So we're not quite full up, but we're getting there. And what should happen is we'll end up with a little bit of a blend across from the pink into the clear, hopefully, if all goes to plan. And in the clear, we're going to put our little flowers. Not too surprisingly, I've got pink and I've got white. If you have a search on Amazon, eBay, any of your favourite Chinese importer type firms, you should be able to just search. You know what, I'm going to have to take my gloves off whether I like it or not here. You should be able to just search for nail art and flowers, and you should get all sorts of little bits and pieces like this come up. Now I'm going to be very careful not to touch the resin, obviously, because I have no longer got gloves on. So there's one lot of little flowers. I'm going to put these into a pot if there's any left after I've done this, because these little bags are a bit fiddly to get stuff out of. But there's quite a lot in each bag. It's surprising. I don't know how they make these. Look like little die cuts, but they're double-sided, so quite cute and cheap. And we're going to try tweezers. No, we're not. Hang on, had a better idea. So this is one of those little sticky tools for picking up things when you're doing rhinestones in things. And I've got that and a micro brush that I've pulled the fluff off the end, so I don't end up dropping dipping my little sticky stick in the resin too much. I'm going to push them in a little bit, but we are, as I said, going to be putting resin over the top as well. And the gloves are back. We're just going to top up over this now. Now, what I am aware of is that if I fill it up too much, the pieces might not fit together. So, trying to be a little bit careful here. And that is it for this particular make. Now, I'll be a little something to tell you about at the end of the now I'm going to have a little something, an additional little surprise for you while I'm making the other piece. I will tell you all about that too. Right, we're just going to push that to one side. I'm going to clean up the mess I've made because, as always, mess time. So we're now moving our camera over here. We're going to look at this one. Now, this is going to be using mica powders again, and I can dispense with my gloves for this first bit because we're just going to be painting with mica powders straight into the mould, much like you would with chameleon powders, but with mica powders. And some of these colours will actually come from Estoyo, because I've got some pretty pale lemony colours and things in that range. So these are the colours. Like I said, look, pale pink. It's a little bit like bunny tail. It's a bit pinker. And I've got this bright yellow. I've got this very pale, it's even not quite, it's just off-white, so pale yellow. Those are from Estoyo. And I've got this lovely pale green, which is from Create and Bloom, probably just for the background. But let's have a look at what we can do by painting the colours straight into there. Like I said, this is much like what you would do with your chameleon powder, really. It's the same sort of thing. What you should find with a lot of moulds is that any mica powder will actually stick to them. So I need to pick out some colours here. I'm going to put the bright yellow in the centre of the little daisies. As you can see, some of these I haven't even opened because they're not colours that I typically use that much, to be honest, the yellows. I should do a yellows and oranges phase, shouldn't I? Might clash with my mat a bit. Need a finer brush for in those little bits, so we're going to use a micro brush. So I want the centre of my flowers, and this is one of those moulds that mica powders will stick to. So what happens is the powder sticks to the mould. When you pour your resin in, it then fuses, I think is the word I'm looking for, that mica powder into the surface of the resin. It sticks on and it ain't coming off. It kind of infuses into the resin. And what tends to happen if you're messy like me is you can end up with it everywhere you didn't intend. There. What you can do actually is mix a little bit of alcohol with it. Then you can actually just paint it in just like you would a paint, and it will stick that way too. And that can be a bit less messy, but I'm just going to go for the chuck it in and make a mess route this time. Paintbrushes, makeup applicators, micro brushes, anything you fancy. Oh, this is going to be a bit too cute for words, isn't it? Actually, as I'm doing this, I might show you, I'll show you what I mean about the putting the alcohol in it. Now, this is a technique I first saw Wendy from Toonpish Crafts doing. I just need to find a small pot. There you go. I'll put some alcohol in it. This is 99% isopropyl alcohol. Don't go breathing it in, folks. And we're just going to mix a chunk of the mica powder with it, because I'm going to do in the writing. And what you'll see happen is, one, it mixes really well. Nice quality mica powders should. We're then going to go into the lettering and it will settle itself in the recesses, which is a nice way of doing it a little bit less messily. Is that a word? But this mould's got quite nice deep recesses, so that should work really well. I'll mix a bit more up. It is working well. I'm also thinking I've got some coloured glittery stuff. UV curing. That might be rather good too. I wonder if I can actually just pour this in. Because what will happen is this will evaporate and just leave the mica on the surface. And if you're wondering, yes, that is a very different effect to mixing it in like we did over here. So I'm just going to get that little micro brush and tease it round a little bit. Now obviously this alcohol is going to take a bit of a while to evaporate, but when it does, it will have settled just into the areas where I wanted it, which is great. Lettering done. Now what I'm going to do is get another micro brush. So many of these out there. They're great. And we're going to just do a little bit of a clean up. Again, with some alcohol. I'm going to do a little bit of a clean up with one of my Wonder Wipes. Just get that off where it shouldn't be. Oh, people often ask me about these Wonder Wipes. They're just from Amazon. They're in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. They're great for all sorts of things like this. Let that alcohol dry before I go any further. While that's curing, or rather evaporating, let's put something interesting in the happy bit. And I think what I'm going to go for is one of these. These are UV resin glitters. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, let's go for that one. I think I got them from AliExpress. I've had them ages. You'll probably have seen them on previous videos. A big set, so they've lasted me quite a long time. But what we're going to do is just basically fill this up with this, which is ridiculously easy. And we're going to cure it. Again, wipe off any where I've gone horribly wrong, although it will probably settle itself away from the mould anyway, from the raised areas, much like the alcohol mix did. See, that was easy, wasn't it? Have a little wipe around again. It's pulled itself away from the bits where I didn't want it anyway. That's good. A little bit more in that one. Never ceases to amaze me how this stuff actually cures when it's so thick and so full of glitter, but it does. Obviously you would want to go too thick, too deep with it, but it will go to a more depth than I ever thought it would when I bought it. Pretty good stuff. Right, I need a UV lamp on that, don't I? I also need to put lids on things so it doesn't go everywhere. Get my hands clean. Gonna need my gloves back shortly, aren't I, when we get onto the resin. Okay, my favourite UV lamp currently. Big, sturdy, heavy, chunky, foldy outy. This is it. It's good, isn't it? From Let's Resin. It's powerful, and it's got a timer on it for 2, 3, 5 minutes, or leave it on setting, which can be useful, surprisingly. So I'm just going to let that cure up, and I'll be back with you shortly. So that's cured. Now, in the flowers, I want to put this almost white yellow, I think. And again, we're just going to get a little makeup brush and do that. And this time I'm going to use this little paintbrush because I think it'll go into the shape easier, having a rounded tip. I think some of these flowers I might do in the pale pink as well. And then we'll have the bunny ears in pink. And we'll have the leafy bits here in green. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with the back. Right, now we've got it pretty much where I want it. There's a couple of little areas where I've gone a little bit messy. Here's the little surprise for you while I'm tidying up the bits of overspill. I will be giving away these makes and the mould. These have been very kindly sent to me by Resin Molds Express. So I just want to share the love. And yes, I will be giving these away. So if you'd like to win these little moulds and also the finished makes, or with or without the finished makes, to be fair, if you don't fancy what I've made with them, just say it's fine. We'll have the choice. Then all you need to do is drop the word bunny into the comments below this video. Because what I should be doing at the end of April is using one of those random comment pickers to choose a winner. And I know I kept getting asked this last time I did a prize draw because I'd forgotten to mention it. People said, is this worldwide? Yeah, pretty much. There might be some countries I can't ship to. I don't know. I've not tried. But I'm certainly willing to try. So I'm certainly not restricting it just to the UK or anything. These wouldn't cost me too much to post either. So that's fair enough, isn't it? Right, I am going to give that another zap with the ultraviolet because I did top it up a bit. Because I noticed it had come away at the bottom a little bit there. So it should have settled by now. So I'm going to give that a zap with ultraviolet and then we will do the back. Now comes the difficult decision as to what colour to put on the back. And I'm thinking a solid pale blue. Does that sound daft? Anyway, gloves time. So the colour I've decided on is this. It's called Hydrangea and it's from Create and Bloom. And as you can see, this is actually a pigment paste. A beautiful colour. And I'm not going to need much to make an actual solid colour, which is what I'm after here. I don't think I want any shimmer. There's going to be enough shimmer in all this, isn't there? So just going to mix this into, it's the same resin again, Apex High Gloss. Isn't that pretty? Now I think that gold is going to stand out really well from it. As should the pink. It's lovely, isn't it? It's all very, very pale girly colours. What might happen though is, of course, it might do funny colours to the yellow. They might all end up a bit green. I don't know. But that's why I'm keeping it with a very pale colour. So here we go. Probably will get some of the powders will float up. I'm sure I probably got some loose still somewhere. Yeah, there's definitely a bit in that wording. Look, I've got a yellow bit coming up here. Oh well. I'm sure it'll be fine. I think I guessed that about right, didn't I? So anywhere there wasn't any colour will be blue. Right, I'm going to finish topping this up and I will see you later for the demold. Right, this one's cured. A bit disappointed I didn't wait long for that gold to dry when I touched it up. So I didn't to have gold where I didn't want it. Anyway, we'll see. Let's demold him. Shame because that blue's pretty. Let's see what the other side looks like though. Demold's easy enough. The bits that are a bit odd. Oh, no, actually it's worked. But yes, the gold has run. I've ended up with a bit of yellow where I didn't want it in here. But I can live with that. Isn't it adorable? And I've got the shine on the flowers. Now what we can do as well, just to enhance it that little bit more, I'm going to get an acrylic marker pen. And a gold one as well, I think. Because, I don't know, I might just want to do a little bit of little detailing. These haven't gone as green as I'd hoped. And I could have done with a bit more colour in here. And I think it's just largely because I put blue behind it. Also, I didn't notice some of the petals in here. So, let's get a little white acrylic pen and just put a little touch of white in the tips of the petals. Just to give it that extra bit of lift. Now I've used this mould once, I think I would be a bit more forewarned about the shape. And I would be a little bit more understanding of what to put where, to be honest. But this should just give it that extra little bit of something. Just pick those colours out just a little bit more. Actually, might try the Let's Resin one. I think that one might be a bit whiter. Let's try. It is, because it is specifically designed for writing on resin, I suppose. Just that little touch to lift it a little bit. And the same with the ones up here. I suppose with hindsight I should have just done the flowers in, or the background at least, in actual white. I quite like the baby blue. I thought that was more Easterish. I don't know, maybe I was wrong there. A little bit on the pink ones as well. Pretty little mould, isn't it? So don't forget, if anybody would like this and whatever comes out of the other one, it will be my little giveaway. Yeah, it's a shame about that, but That was me being impatient again. Now, what I'm going to do with where it says Easter, I'm just going to go around the edges very slightly with the gold marker pen. And this, as I said, is the Let's Resin one. It's very metallic. Just kind of want to give that a bit more shine around the edges. But can you see how, even though these aren't chameleon powders, there's no colour flippiness going on, we have got quite an effect. You know what, I'm going to do the centres. They're not bright enough for me. I'm going to do the centres in this as well. That glitter worked well, didn't it? And actually the colours work well. I just didn't put enough. I should have gone for a more green rather than that beautiful pale green. But again, I'm just going to take one of my acrylic marker pens and I'm just going to go up the centre. And these are acrylic markers. And we're just going to do that. More like flames than grasses, don't they? Or leaves. I think that's what they're supposed to be. But there we are. What do you think, everyone? I am tempted to do something about it there, but no, I think I'll just leave it. What do you think of that? It's kind of cute, isn't it? So yes, this is up for grabs. I just need to go around the edges a little bit with a nail file. But I think that's proven the point that you can just use mica powders. It doesn't have to be, yeah, the chameleon ones to do your colouring your resin. And I've only just realised this whole thing's egg-shaped as well. How did I not notice that? Anyway, so not perfect, but I kind of like it anyway. Let's get these things out. They might be a little bit warm still. Yeah, they are, because they've been in my curing machine. I was getting impatient. So we'll lift them carefully out and leave them flat. So I'm going to leave them an hour to just air and cool down, because I don't want them to stick together if I try and put them together either. So I'm just going to leave them nice and flat like this on my silicone mat. All right, this is going to be adorable. Don't forget, you can win this too in the prize draw. I'll put the details on how I'm doing the prize draw down in the video description as well. I like to keep these things within the YouTube rules, of course, and make sure everything's nice and clear for everyone. Makes life simple. There we go. Right, I'll see you in an hour and we'll try putting these together. Right, let's see if this will fit together now. It's all well and truly dry. I think I've got a little bit of going around the edges with nail files to do. If I can find one. Oh, there's one. I buy great big packs of these from Amazon, so heck knows why I can never find one. There we go, a little bit of sanding, I think that's good. This should be pretty straightforward, she says. Let's try it. That's going to be his bum, isn't it? Because it's the... Hang on, there's two of those. Oh, okay, those are the feet. Right, so... Yes, I had a horrible feeling I'd poured these too thick and they wouldn't go together. So this must be the bunny's chest. Then these will be his back legs, won't they? Oh, this is really quite clever. I'm more excited about this than I should be. I think if you want them to stay together, you'd have to glue them, wouldn't you? So I could have poured it a little bit thicker, actually. I could have domed it. Oh, look, I've accidentally got a flower where the eye would be. Oh, isn't that funny? Right, hang on, am I going to get it? Oh, no, his leg fell off. Oh, bunny. Oh, now his other leg fell off. Right, I think I'd have to glue these if I was going to keep it, but I'll leave that to the new owner to decide whether they want to or not. So here's the makes. I'm quite pleased with them despite this. I don't know, before I pass this on to anyone, I might go back in here with some of the blue and see if I can, I don't know. I'm thinking about it still. And then there's our little bunny. Don't forget, there's a dirty great big playlist of people who've made some terrific videos for the Easter collaboration. So if you like watching your craft videos, do grab the link, which is about to appear somewhere up here when these photos are running round of these. And also, of course, the link is down in the video description. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the playlist. We've got a load coming up. The next one I'm organising will be the summer one, which is in June. But I think we might have one before then. I can't remember. Just drop us a line. You can drop me an email, or you can get hold of one of the others that are collaborating in this video, and we'll fill you in on what's going on. I think we need to get a calendar up somewhere, don't we? Right, see you for the next one, folks. Happy Easter!